Hi, welcome back to Markets of Sunshine. This is Marcia, and I hope you're going to enjoy this new organizing video series with me. It's going to be like just having me there with you in person because we're going to be organizing together virtually. Isn't this going to be fun? I think it's going to be lots of fun. So now on with the first video, and I did mention that we were going to work on the project, but we're not going to do that in the organizing series. We're going to just organize, and then at the end I will link a video to the slow stitching series. So it will start at video number 1, and then all you need to do is there will be a playlist of this 365 days of slow stitching, and then you just go to the next video, the next video, the next video. So at the end of every video, just click on my video. A little box will pop up at the end. Click on it to go to video 2, and then on and on and on. So I have to catch up on my end to make sure I'm updating that 1 leads you to 2, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So if you watch this video right away, I record it on my phone, but then I have to wait, and it takes about an hour for me to upload it from the editor to YouTube. And then once I know that it's been uploaded, you might watch it right away, and I haven't been able to go to my desktop and actually link the next video. So if that happens, of course this is video number 1 of the organizing series, so the next video will not be out for the organizing series until next week. So this is August 31st, and I'm just uploading it early. So this is actually carrying us through the first week of September, and then it'll be the second week of September for video number 2. But in the meantime, I will link to the first video of the slow stitching so that you can start there with that project. Okay, hope that was all clear. Oh, and I'm all safe and sound after Hurricane Idalia. And, you know, I like that name. Boy, I'm going to put that on for maybe my grandchildren. Ooh, I might be able to talk my daughter into that one day. Love that name. Anyway, my grandmothers on my father's side, their names were very similar. And my grandmother on my mother's side, her stepmother, was Ora Lee. And then my grandmother on my father's side was Alva. Very unusual name. So this is actually, so Adelia is kind of reminds me of like a very southern name. You know, at first you could think it was maybe Spanish, because like I have a friend named Delia, Delia, but Idalia, it kind of reminds me of the dahlia flowers. Anyway, I just thought I would throw that out there. I like the name. All right, now on with the organizing. Okay, remember this is our first video of the series, and it's for September 1st, even though I'm putting it out early, August 31st, and it will carry you through. And if you would ever like to contribute to my free videos and my support that I'm bringing to all of you, I would love it for you to make a purchase in my Etsy shop. And I have freebies every month to my Sunshine Makers Club email subscribers. And this month you are getting a really extra special deal. You get your journal and sewing labels freebie, but you have to reply to the email to receive it. So I'm trying to get more activity going as far as responding and replying. I see that a lot of you open it, and I am so grateful for that. I really, really appreciate that. But I don't get a lot of, communication back. And I know a lot of you watch my videos, and I don't get a lot of comments, but I know you're enjoying them. But it would just help me as the maker to be able to have some two-way conversation going here, okay? So the only way for me to do that is I have to ask for it, and I'm asking for it now. So please reply to my emails, make comments on my videos. That would just make me so happy. Okay, love you all. Let's get organized. Welcome back to Markets of Sunshine. This is Marcia, and today's video we are going to start a new practice, and that is going to be taking 10 minutes and organizing a few things in our craft room or whatever room of the house you decide that you need to work on before we get into a craft project. Okay, so I just did dishes, but I didn't record it, and then so that you don't see that I did it. But now I'm in my craft room, and as you can see, the craft table is piled up again. So what I'm going to do is clear this off with you, and I'm going to just take about 10 minutes to do that. Now, I wanted to show you, this is a folding card table, and all of the things that are on it were taken from an organizing unit, something similar to this, and I took the stuff out of it and put all my linens and lace and hankies and all that kind of fabric textiles in the drawers. And now this stuff here has to find a home. And then this beautiful attaché was given to me, and thank you so much, Laurie, filled with her mother's vintage laces, trims, craft supplies. Oh my word is all I can say. It is stuffed full to the gills. Now, I had another container. She had given me a Rubbermaid container, and I just put everything in here. And then we will go through this together in another video. So then you will get to see all of the yummy laces. Absolutely beautiful. I'm over the moon with joy about that. But like I said, that's an upcoming video. And next week, I believe it is, yes, next week, then I have my housekeeper that comes and helps me, and we're going to tackle my craft room together. So I just wanted to show you, okay, like the vintage buttons, some little embellishments that Linda sent me when I ordered something from her shop a while ago, some vintage lace. This needs to go in a bag. This is my last piece of fusible web. So I am holding on to that with dear life. And here's a piece of batting. Here's my other slow stitch book. So we're going to work in the slow stitch books today together. And let's see, here's some bags of buttons. All right, so I'm going to organize and put these away and just one by one clear these off. Okay, these are the DIY address books or junk journals. There could be a slim junk journal. And I've had a project that we did together here on my channel, and then these are available in my Etsy shop. So those are available for sale. So these have to go back in their place. This is some little trim. This is some bubble wrap for a customer's order. Okay, these are little mason jar chipboard pieces, and we're going to decorate these together. So that's an upcoming video project. So as I was going through, and here's some just envelopes. They go over here on a shelf because when I make cards for my friends, those all go there. And then this was the Happy Mail that I received, so it needs to go out and put it wherever it needs to go. Okay, so let me look at this. Okay, I'm going to take the camera slow. Not going to go fast. Okay, here's my 31 Gifts tote that I have all of my fabric in. So when I put together a slow stitch kit, I'm just going to pop this into one of these bags. Oops. I went too fast. Okay, this is going to go over here. These are just supplies. This is my whole little paper stash. Okay, this is a project. I'm going to put that over there. This is a used paper towel. It's going to go into the trash. Okay, this whole little section is going to go into a bag in a minute. Okay. All right, here's some random ribbon. Wondering if I have a drawer, or let me see. Okay, right here on this shelf in that basket, there's some other ribbon there. Okay, so the things on my desk that I want to use again for a project, like all these little butterflies. So I hope you're organizing with me as I'm organizing, because that's what I wanted to invite you to do, is while we're going to organize together. So if you lack motivation and you need somebody to organize with, that is the whole purpose of this new way of crafting and doing things. We are going to organize together, and you're watching me. I'm just putting things back, you know. Okay, so here's the floss container, and then I'm going to stuff the buttons in here to get them off my desk. I'm going to just stuff these in here, and I have some embroidery floss to actually put in there. Okay, now lock that. And now, where did I have this before? I think I had it over here on the sewing, on the ironing mat. So I put it on the ironing mat right there. See, this is pretty well cleared. So I'm so proud of myself. This is when you're ironing on the fusible web. So that stays on the ironing mat. Okay, now, next. Okay, so we have a rubber stamp and we have a wooden stamp. And over here is the stamp drawer. So this goes in here, this goes in here. You see how that works? So you need to have a place for everything. So don't just, you know, that's where a lot of times when we're lacking motivation to organize, it's because we don't have a place for all of the things. But if you know where something belongs, then isn't that much easier to put it away? It is for me. I mean, I know immediately that if I have a place to put something, then okay, these butterflies, I don't want to lose these. And it's easy for me to lose things. So if I keep things like right in the front of stuff, you know, then I'm like, okay, I know where it is. And I will be able to find it again. Okay, now here's, oh, I don't see, it's ripped. Okay. All right, these, see, I'm losing it underneath the edge of that. Okay, so these go on here. That's what those are for. And this butterfly and this button, those are all, and this piece of felt. Okay, so now that these are loose pieces, I'm going to take them and I'm going to put them over here in this little stack, and then I'm going to open up this book, and I'm going to lay this piece of felt right here on this back page, and then I'm going to keep it so that it's with this book. Okay, so now what do we have left? We have a piece of wax paper that I use. This is trash. Okay, some doilies. Those go in a drawer. The word sentiments go here on this shelf. And this piece of paper can go in here. And then more or less. Okay, now this is my big Fiskars cutting mat that you've heard me talk about in recent videos. So you see how big it is, so that's why I have its own little spot. And since we're not going to be doing paper crafting today, I'm going to put those, now just little tiny pieces of paper, and this wax piece can go over here, and all these little crumbs on my desk can go into the trash. Okay, that's fabric. This is just some little fabric scrap. I don't know what it's for, but I'll put it there. And then the little doilies are going to go right there. Now, okay. So quick and easy. You can see I have tidied up my desk. And all that's left is this little stack. And I'm going to tuck it right here in the front of this basket. And then there's another little pile of crumbs that I'm not going to save. But this little pile right here can stay here. And that I cut out of a cardstock pack, My Happy Place. I thought it was appropriate, don't you think, for my craft room? Yes. Okay, now. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to work in the pink slow stitch book, and we're going to do a page in the purple slow stitch book. Okay, so this page is pretty much done. All I have left that I need to do is add the tiny house, and I was thinking this piece of fabric here. So this page is not sewn into place yet. So I'm showing you, my technique of what I found. It helps when you are, if you buy the pink slow stitch kit, none of it's sewn together. And when I did mine, I sewed all the pages together first, okay? And then I realized, you know what? Okay, the only way that is, workable is that when they would take 2 pages, okay, so I could decorate this, sew on it, but then I would have to take the next page, which would have been this batting, and I would have had to stitch that together. And look at how thick that would have been. I didn't like that. So I said, no, I don't like that. But because I'd already sewn all this together and I'm not going to take it apart, so what I've been doing is just stitching it and decorating it one by one. And it's working out okay. I mean, it's working out okay. I like it. I'm still able to practice my stitches on it. So that's it's all about. And then this border is going to come over here. So these 2 pieces I've already sewn together, and this fabric border that I made is going to come over here once I get that done. So that's what we're going to work on today, is decorating this page, getting all the elements on here first before I actually attach it. So this will come off, and then these 2 back here I'll work on later. But we're going to do one at a time. So if you notice what I did here, just very simple, is the fabrics are stitched together. I put the lace. I did a little bit of stitching here. And then on this page, I did more stitching here, lace, embellishing. And over here, I did a little bit more of the embroidery. And over here, I did a little bit more of the embroidery. So every page is different. So the book is designed for you to be able to relax, slow down, and just enjoy doing something for yourself, relaxing, and not that you have to do embroidery stitches on every single page. So now this one, because it's already, stitched on here, any stitching that I would do is going to come through, see, on this back page here, and I don't want that. So what I'm going to do is something a little bit different, and I'm going to just, I try to just go through this top layer of the fabric, but like I did here with a yo-yo the little lace and butterfly, the bird embellishment. That is what I'm going to do. I'm going to try to make little clusters, and then the little cluster is going to be the focal point on each page. So that's what we're going to do on the pink slow stitch book. And then we're going to attach the tiny house embellishment to this page, and I'm not really sure if I want to keep this. How I'm going to do this around here at the bottom. I want something, but I'm just not sure how I want it to go. So I'm still playing around with that part there. So I'm not really 100% happy with that. And I may just leave it like that and put the house on top of the lace. So I'm still letting the creative juices talk to me. And then once I can unlock that idea, then I will go with it. So I had this heart cluster that I had made, and it's beaded, but it's just not, you know, there's a lot of earth tone here, and this could go, you know, I mean, I could put it as my book. I can put anything in it I want. But I thought, you know, why not make a new heart and cluster with a yo-yo and a button, and then seed beads all the way around it, and then add it to here. So I do have some hearts, but they're too big. And then I don't want to do another, I do have a pink tiny house, but I'm thinking I want to do something different on here. And I was almost thinking of maybe a flower cluster. Don't you think that'd be nice? Okay, so I hope you have picked a room in your house to organize. And then after you're done, pause the video, come back, sit down with your slow stitch kit, hopefully one you've purchased from Markets of Sunshine, but any of your supplies, and follow along with me as we decorate a page in our slow stitch book. A little intermission before we go on, and I want to show you what I've done in my living room and bedroom, what still needs to be done, and the kitchen, because these are upcoming organizing projects, and more or less things are tidy in the rest of the house because I've been working really hard with my husband to do that, and my housekeeper, like I mentioned before. And so I just wanted to show you my beautiful English flower butterfly garden, bumblebee garden, hummingbird garden. It would have been so cool if the hummingbird would have shown up right at this moment when I was recording. I never know, of course, obviously, when they're going to show up. Look at the beautiful butterfly. That's a painted lady. I hope you're enjoying it. Okay, this is my living room, dining room. Okay, so I'm working on a few new slow stitch kits. So I had brought out the two containers that you see. I have my little sewing container, and then my laces and felt are right there. But this section, my table, is usually very, very tidy, as you can see. My other organizers are right here because there's really nowhere in my craft room to put them at the moment. But I don't care. If anybody that comes over, I just move them to my bedroom real quick. So I wanted to come into my bedroom and show you, okay, this is the entryway, and I have my quilting project. I have to turn on the light though in a minute. And all my little bunny collection is right here, and pillows that my daughter made through her little sewing class when she was young. So those are cherished keepsakes that I have right here coming into my room. But let me turn on the light, and then I will show you just a few little things that I want to tidy up in here in an upcoming video. Okay, so now that I've opened the blackout curtain, okay, so that corner is my giant comforter. And that thing weighs a ton. I got it off of Mary Jane's Farm magazine website, and I love it, absolutely love it. And I really want to get into the habit of making my bed every day. Okay, my chest of drawers is all tidy. I don't have a lot of stuff up here. My things always stay identical, the same. And then over here, this lovely sleigh
trunk, I guess. I don't even know what you would call it, storage. This was actually handmade, and I got it at a garage sale years ago. This is my go bag that I cannot lift, but it is there if I ever need to. I could drag it, Okay, if my husband's not home, I'll drag it, to the vehicle. And those are just a few little clothes that I need to put away, but I'm not going to put them away until the organizing video that I do next time, because I want to do it with you all together. Because I said we were going to do this in little increments, and it's already been 10 minutes just to clean up my craft room. So these are going to be little projects, just making the bed and putting those few little clothes away. But that's one of the areas that I have a weakness, is I will wash clothes, and I do usually hang them up right away. Most of this is like after my meetings, even though I do my meetings virtually on Zoom with our congregation, but things that I don't hang it right back up. I don't know why. Why do I not hang it up? I don't know. But it just goes right there, you see. Or over there on the other little top of the comforter kind of a thing. So anyhow, that's my weakness. I'm sure you've got a area of weakness as well. There's a little squirrel over there, and I just wanted to show you. Isn't he cute? He's so cute. And he's sitting there. And he knows, you see, he knows. He knows I'm standing here watching him out through the window. But he knows, you see, he's like, uh-oh, she's got her camera. She's recording me again. She's got me on YouTube again. Oh, anyway, I entertain myself. I hope you might not think it's funny, but I entertain myself. I love it. He's so cute, so precious.